Hey guys, welcome to CyberAge. This log is about memory forensics using a tool called Volatility. I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with Volatility, speaking of memory forensics. And I'm going to limit this log in particular to practical aspects of using Volatility, on how to install Volatility and how to work around with Volatility to extract limited information out of the memory dump that we are going to analyze. So to start with, this is a link which I'm going to share along in my documentation part. So memory samples, you can download these memory samples and work around with volatility. For the purpose of the lab, I have downloaded malware called Cridex. So just to limit the size of the memory dump that we're going to analyze. But if you have a lot of time, if you want to analyze further, you can download any sample, any memory dump sample from this link. And then we have a GitHub repository where I downloaded volatility from. So you can download it as a zip file, or you can download it directly into your Kali Linux using the following command. But before showing the command, I have to tell you what I have done with the Kali Linux box. So now I have created two folders. So I have created a folder for memory forensics, and I have created another folder called volatility to download and install volatility. So dir, as you can see, I have already installed volatility, but I'm still going to show you how to work around. Now, how are we gonna download volatility? Now, this is the link I was sharing a bit earlier. So you just have to hit enter. All right. So I'm not going to do that because I have already installed it. So it is working for me. So download it directly, and then you are going to install it using the command, using the file setup.py. Right. So to do so, sudo python setup.py and install. So this is going to get your volatility installed. So if your volatility got installed without any hiccups, you will get to see vol.py. So this is a Python dependency. So if you got vol.py in your folder, if it got installed, which means your installation is successful. Now, so on top of this, if you need any other dependency to be installed with your volatility, you can download from this following link. And there are several dependencies, as you can see. PyCrypto is there. Yara is a very good tool for malware classification, identification, and the classification, and etc. Right. So let's get back to the lab. Now, dir, we have already seen this one. So volatility has already been installed. Now, to start with, as I said, I have downloaded Cridex. So Cridex is already here. Where is Cridex? Cridex is already here. I have extracted Cridex. You need a vmem file to analyze. So what you downloaded was a zip file. So you have to unzip it. Okay, you have to unzip it. So upon unzipping Cridex memory dump that you just downloaded, you would get a vmem file, and this is the file that you are going to analyze with. Now, to start with, the first command, so I'm going to try find some info about the image file. Right, so this is the image file that we have downloaded. So we see a lot of plugins which didn't get downloaded, so it throws an error, so which is not a problem. If you need these plugins, you have to install them explicitly so that you can make use of crypto hash, you can make use of audit poll with respect to your registry, and etc. Now, as of now, I don't need this, so I'm not going to work around installing these plugins. Now the result is coming through. Alright, so um, we got some limited information about the image file got created in 2012. Alright, there is a timestamp, so we know when this file got created. Now the next one, so we are not worried too much about the image info except for the timestamp. So when you get to see the chain of custody sheet, you will get to see the time and relevant factors. You just have to compare the same and establish the fact that yes, this is the file that you are working around. Now then, to start with, so I'm gonna check what are the processes involved, okay, while this memory got captured. Now, so there is a nice table which is getting created in the bottom of the screen. Well, there it is. Now, when logon.exe, sbc host.exe, these are some of the exe files that we are very familiar with. Now, this is command set number one. We have analyzed the various processes which got involved during the time of memory capture, when the memory got captured from the virtual memory. So PSX view. And to proceed with, so why don't we try PS3 as well? Sudo PS3 and the password. Okay, so this is your process tree. So with respect to different process identifiers, and followed by the parent process identifiers, PPIDs. You do have several threads listed also with respect to the timestamp. And let's go ahead and get some DL files. So sudo, all you have to do is, once you start with the command set, you just have to replace the last word. So DLL list, okay. So there we go. So we have quite a lot of DLL files here. So as we understand, so kernel32.dll is a Microsoft dependency. It's a dynamic linking library from Microsoft repository. NTDLL, user32.dll, all these are Microsoft DLL files. GDI32, etc., etc. And we do have quite a lot of sub DLL files also. Now let's try to get some command line arguments. So sudo d. Alright, so we do have some commands, we do have some exe files which got executed, like explorer.exe, network services.exe. These are some of the familiar ones. So let's try something else. Sudo. So I'm going to extract some network information. Scan. So it appears to be a remote access. So we have two IP addresses which got recorded, 41.168, etc. and 172.16.112.128 being the local IP address. So the port numbers 1038, port numbers 1037. The remote access happened via 8080. So you have PIDs 1484. So these are some limited information we were able to get out of this 35 megabyte file. Now let's try another command. So let's try to extract some kernel modules. So right, so there we go. So as kernel modules, we do have quite a lot, don't we? So So all these are different drivers. So I'm familiar with some of these system files, some of these driver files. NetBIOS, we have NetBIOS, we have TCP, IP, we have IPsec. I'm familiar with some of these. But anyway, guys, this is what we got from the memory dump of Crydex. So if you happen to get the whole volume of Crydex memory dump, you probably might be able to extract more information. But anyway, I have given you the repository. If you want to try out any other memory forensic techniques, if you want to try out a whole memory dump file, you can, go ahead, please. Several malwares are there, and etc. So good luck. Thank you.